Two Brothers, Five Things.
That's probably a good name.
We can always, I guess we can change it in post. Happy Monday, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to
Is it Monday?
Two Brothers, Five Things.
Oh, well.
Cameron, this is a brand new show. This is something we're trying.
It's also not Monday.
It could be. They could be listening to it on a Monday.
Man. Yeah, he's right.
Um,
Yeah, Two Brothers, Five Things.
yes, I could not be more excited about this show.
Because it's all about 5 different things.
Well, what it is, but it's also about two brothers who know each other well getting to know each other better.
Yes, 2 not so long lost brothers getting acquainted with each other more.
What did I have? I had like a nice snappy, it was two brothers
You texted
getting
it
to know
me.
each other. Right?
Probably.
Yeah,
I
but
just-
we've known each other. We've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, so I've already got to know you.
31 year, no, 29 years we've known each other.
Yeah, it's like I'm not even 30 yet.
He's 29, I'm 31. We're brothers.
At the time of recording.
At the time of recording, yes. If you're watching this in the future, if you're our grandkids and we're like 85 years old,
Remember me as I was.
this is probably our peak, probably in our prime. It's all downhill
This is
from
the
here.
best it gets, this one specific podcast. And man, I could not be more disappointed with the future.
Hopefully,
Kidding, of course.
Hopefully we're looking at things will hopefully turn around.
Yes. Wait. I feel like life's going pretty good for me.
Yeah, things are great.
Turning around is not a good thing right now. I
Right.
feel pretty good. But yeah.
So, yeah, this is a brand new show. The format is pretty simple. It's in the title, Two Brothers, Five Things. We're two brothers. We are bringing each episode, we're talking about 5 things and our top 5 of that thing.
Yeah.
This can go anywhere.
And some honorable mentions because it's hard to do a top 5 list. That was pretty much the end of that sentence. I don't know why I ended it like that.
It's actually not that hard to do a top 5 list. I found it pretty entertaining and fun.
Well, I
And
did.
hopefully you will too, and you
So-
won't find it laborious.
Is that a real word?
Yeah, it's requiring a large amount of labor. So I got
Is that a real definition? That's like really official.
my beverage of choice is Zevia today. Cream soda. This is from Cameron's fridge. Mm-hmm. What do you got?
My beverage. Yep, my beverage of choice is water with the sports top for on the go ease. You just pop it open.
When have you ever been doing sports and drinking this water? Does this happen often, or is this just a?
You would be surprised.
gotta
You'd be surprised. It's just so basically
Double dipping.
it's just more water than a normal bottle. 23.7 fluid ounces when you suckers are using 16 fluid ounces. I'm getting so much more hydrated if I drink it. Sometimes I don't finish it. Just a lot of water.
You're the best of us, Cameron. Okay, so today's top 5 things. That's the name of the show. Today's 5 things is what, Cameron?
Today's 5 things today's 5 things list is TV siblings. Not just brothers, not just sisters, not just brothers and sisters combo, just siblings.
TV sibs.
Specifically TV though.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot. There's a lot of siblings, and actually fewer than I remember as I was going through. What are my favorite shows? What are the things that, like, who are the duos that I like most inside of my favorite TV shows?
Yeah.
There were not as many brothers and sisters as I remember.
I had to, for our viewers at home, I think you should do the same exercise. You should try this. It's entertaining. It's fun.
It's a walk down memory lane.
Walk down memory lane.
For a couple of old fogies like us, 29 and 31-year-old. I got 30 years of life almost of shows that I've watched.
I found myself, it was very difficult. Even some of my favorite siblings that I recalled, it was very difficult to remember some of the. I had like 3 of my 5 that were like really easy. Like this. Oh, definitely these 3.
Yeah.
And then it got pretty difficult, and some of them that made the list, I don't even know if I could remember a single scene, but I remember them. They came to my mind, and they were impactful.
Yeah.
And they're just solid. So
I would ask for spoilers, but we're about to get into the list. So I think we just get to the list.
I think we should. And as far as format, we're each gonna start at number 5. We'll go back and forth.
Hear that?
Probably we will
cards.
have the same answers because we grew up together, watching similar shows.
Oh man, I didn't think about that.
So
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be entertaining for you and us.
And if our
really,
brains,
it's just,
yeah,
this is just a big excuse for me and Cameron to hang out. Let's be honest.
couldn't be more excited.
It's a ruse.
And you guys fell for
You
it.
fell for it like some suckers.
Simpletons, all of them. Anyway.
All right.
But more importantly, thank you for watching.
Yes. Okay.
Or listening or whatever you're doing.
Yes. Number 5. Cameron, you can go first.
My number 5, and I think people would get maybe upset that this is at number 5, but it wasn't like the most impactful to me, and it's Ross and Monica Geller from Friends.
Oh, okay.
So here's why it's number. Let me defend myself here for a second.
Yeah.
The reason it's at number 5 for
Pivot.
me, yes, I love Ross.
Ross
I do.
is great.
He's hilarious. He's got so many memorable lines and quotes. But as I was watching through Friends, I realized I really can't stand Monica as a character.
Nobody can.
But like
Nobody likes Monica.
But the sibling, when they do that dance in that the New Year's Eve episode, that's what got them on the list.
I have a confession to make. I'm not the biggest Friends fan. I like the show.
He hates Friends.
I've watched through it. I don't hate Friends. I've watched through it, and it is very solid. But I've never really gone back to watch. Jared Hogue, my best friend, he used to go to sleep watching Friends every single night.
I have
That's how he fell asleep.
I
Which
have-
you can debate the health of that practice, but
probably not great.
probably not
But
great for you.
I have all of the Friends on DVD. That's right, DVD. But not me.
Kids,
I didn't buy
in the
all of them.
future, in 80 years in the future, DVDs.
It's like a small round donut-like disc.
So you put it
hole
in the
middle.
machine, and it plays content.
Sight and sound. But yes, so we have all of them because my wife, Lorinda, she loved Friends. That's her favorite show. She will go. Same thing. Her and
Are we
Jared.
saying our wives' names?
Oops. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep some anonymity here.
Fine, I won't say my kids' names.
Okay.
What's your number 5? That was
Number
my 5.
This is a little bit of a ringer. Bit of a ringer. I don't know if you're going to see this one coming.
I might not. I don't know.
I have Tia and Tamara Mowry
I almost put them on
from
that.
Sister Sister.
Here's the crazy thing. They were almost my number 5 spot. And Ross and Monica beat them out
Wow.
because I didn't think so many people would remember Tia and Tamara.
That's why I like this one.
Man.
This was one I was talking about earlier that, like, I don't remember a ton of Sister Sister episodes. And I also remember when I did watch Sister Sister, I was a little bit embarrassed because I'm a boy.
Yeah.
And they're girls and, like, so, but it's
Sister,
entertaining.
sister.
Is that how it goes?
I think so.
Sister, sister. But
don't
I
know.
also had a little crush on them. Let's be real. Let's be honest. I had a
Both of
crush.
them?
I mean, they're
Roman.
basically, yeah. I don't remember. I mean, they're twins, so.
So they're the same person.
the same person.
They're the exact same person.
Tia and Tamara Mowry, number 5.
Yeah. You could say, yeah, Disney has done this a couple times. Get a couple of twins,
It's a classic movie.
put them on a TV show. What could go wrong?
they're
Bonus
doing
points.
okay.
Do you remember their little brother's name?
Smart guy.
No.
Taj.
Yeah, Taj.
Taj.
Yeah, that's the one. But he was a smart guy. That was a pretty funny show,
Were they
too.
ever in Smart Guy? They probably
I
made
feel
an
like they
appearance.
featured holy cat, sis, El Nino's coming. That is the
That is
only
a deep
line
cut.
I remember from
That is
Smart
a deep
Guy.
cut from the episode where they do the Super Bowl commercial
Yes.
on accident.
Oh,
Okay, so that's literally the only episode I would even remember.
it's the only line I remember, and there's like little glimpses of things that I can remember from it. But
Yeah.
man, that specific line,
The dad in Smart Guy is a really solid TV dad.
I don't even remember him.
I can picture him in my brain. I don't remember his name. Though. Okay.
Hopefully we get there. Is it my number 4?
your number 4,
My
yeah.
number 4. I went into the cartoon space for this one because I mean, as
I
a
think
kid,
I have a cartoon in here.
As a kid, I loved cartoons. This is a cartoon that I didn't watch as a kid, but I watched as an adult, and it's Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, Phineas and Ferb.
That show is one of the most creative shows I've ever seen. Their songs are on point. Their plots and story are on point. It's a great show. If you've never watched it, Phineas and Ferb.
You got Cameron's Wreck, Phineas and Ferb. Bowling for Soup does their theme song.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of early
And
2000s.
if you're a fan of jokes about Bowling for Soup, there is a joke about Bowling for Soup in Phineas and Ferb.
Doesn't surprise me.
When they go into the future, I think it's that episode, and all of a sudden they do the theme song all over again, and everything just pauses, and everyone's just standing there, and Phineas just goes, "Huh, bowling for soup." and then they just like laugh a little bit, and then the scene's over. Yeah. So if you're a fan of Bowling for Soup and or amazing cartoons, Phineas and Ferb was my number 4.
Way to go. I think you might have my number 4 deeper in your list if you really thought about it. My number 4 is Lewis and Ren Stevens. Do they not make it? Okay.
Here's the thing.
No spoilers.
I don't want to do spoilers, but I did love a good Even Stevens episode.
Even Stevens.
Wait, no, you're missing one.
What do you mean?
The older brother.
I didn't care about the older brother.
I know, but siblings.
I did forget he was in there.
Do you remember his name, though?
No.
Donnie.
I think with the muscles.
Yeah, the muscles guy.
I think Shia LaBeouf in Even Stevens is one of the best comedic performances in a show.
It's one of the best Shia LaBeouf performances.
He is so funny in that show as
as a kid.
He was 12 or something like that. Beans.
He had the best comedic timing, I think, of any Disney character.
I agree with that.
We can say Disney, right? On this, we can say the word Disney.
Of course. What are we gonna do? Pull it down?
Hopefully not. I don't know. But yeah, I would say Louis Stevens. He had some when he was Luscious Lou. Luscious Lou when he was a wrestler. Great. Shia
LaBeouf's his career has had an interesting arc.
Yeah.
He really had
dark times. Seems like he's on the upswing.
It seems like it.
Remember that that weird art performance that he did where he's where he put a bag on his head and let people come in and look at him while he wrote I'm a plagiarizer or something.
Oh no, I don't remember that.
It was weird.
I do remember him putting that green screen do it thing out, and just the internet kind of took it by storm.
He did that for some class.
Well, it seems like a kind of an interesting thing. Put something out on a green screen and see what the world does with it.
We'll do that at some point. Once we make it big.
Oh, man.
Maybe not.
You're listening to this in the future and we're billionaires.
And we're the number 1 GIF on whatever GIF site you use.
Me and Cameron were on our yacht together, that we co-own. We're gonna
move in together.
Sailing into the Bahamas.
Yeah, okay.
All because of this podcast.
Well,
no, this isn't a money play, guys. We're not money grubbing. No. We're just trying to put out some
Maybe
stuff.
you aren't.
Hopefully you get entertained by it.
I am just in it for the money.
Number
bill.
3.
Number 3. Now you can. Okay. Now here's the thing. I've got to defend my number 3 before I do it again because they're not technically siblings, but Will Smith and Carlton Banks. Whoa, really?
That's my number 3. Will and Carlton.
Okay.
They're not even siblings when we did this.
Yes, that's crazy. Well, I was going to defend it because it's just by the end of the show, technically. Okay, by the end of the show, Uncle Phil's like, when all my kids call me on Sunday or whatever, I want you to call me too.
It's so good.
It's such a good show.
It's so good.
It's a wonderful show.
That is so awesome. We got the same number 3.
On number 2.
Wow.
What if we got the same number 2 as well? That'd be crazy.
Man, there's a good chance. And I know we got the same number 1.
Yeah, I know we got the same number 1. We haven't looked at each other's list, by the way.
We don't. That we never will. That is a promise that I'm making to you.
Unless we do it on accident.
Unless, some freak accident we accidentally see each other. So
Yeah,
then we'll probably just
oops,
throw that
we switched lists. But
Will and Carlton, yes, I consider them as brothers in my book.
That's just messy.
Yeah, that show is it's one of all-time best.
Yeah, it really is, and I think it's one of the shows that I remember vividly. Like we would watch all the time, like all the reruns.
All the time.
If it was reruns and it was on,
yeah,
I was watching Fresh Prince. It was so funny, and
one of the best TV dads,
Uncle Phil, James Avery. He's amazing.
R.I.P.
What's amazing? Yes, yeah. And if you haven't watched that's Hunger Games. That's not Rest in Peace. That's Hunger Games. I would say, yeah. James Avery was incredible. If you haven't watched the reunion, did you watch the reunion that they did? The Fresh Prince reunion?
Yes.
It's really good. Really interesting.
Yeah, and
Will Smith and the original Aunt Vivian make amends.
Oh wow! Oh, maybe I didn't see the reunion. Was it after James Avery died?
Yeah.
Oh, so no, I didn't.
So there were a lot of
tears.
Did
Will Smith YouTube it or whatever?
No, it was on HBO Max or whatever they're.
Are you
some HBO service?
Rewind to previous. Isn't there like a Friends reunion happening or something?
Yeah, but
nobody's excited about it.
It's already happened.
Oh,
well, this is a crazy thing. Lorinda, or my wife, if you don't know her.
Stop saying your personal details on the internet.
You want my social too? Anyway, she was so excited about it and looking forward to it, but she can't bring herself to watch it. And I think it's because once she does, it's over. Like she knows Friends is over, but there's still more out there for her to see.
Yeah, all the Friends look pretty old.
You don't want them to do another show, I don't think.
There's a lot of Botox in that lineup.
Actually, less than you'd think.
All right, back to the list here.
I'm in with the pop culture and who has Botox and who doesn't.
Keep a list.
Yeah.
I'm very curious if we got the same number 1 and number 2.
Well, should we just like throw out little details about it, like back and forth?
No, just go for it. You say it.
Okay, so set up for this. It's a little show about 4 brothers. No? Okay.
No, we don't have the same number
4 brothers who learn to come together and get really close with their adoptive father, okay, who teaches them the art of ninjutsu. It's Ninja Turtles! Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. Some of the best brothers there's ever been.
Why did I not think of them?
You weren't going cartoons. You were thinking real humans.
I thought of cartoons. I thought Dexter's Lab was like an honorable mention. But, wow, yeah. Ninja Turtles.
The
that was
original
like my
cartoon.
jam growing up.
I still have like some of the original cartoons on DVD.
Man.
They're so good. I'm so surprised that it didn't even make your list.
You should make top 5 Ninja Turtles. There'd only be 4 on the list.
Unless you count Master Splinter.
It's true. What was your favorite Ninja Turtle? Say it on 3.
1, 2, 3. Michelangelo. Oops, I'm the funny one.
Leonardo's the leader.
He was the leader. He was, but nobody liked Donatello.
Also,
cool stick, Donatello. No
great
thanks.
game on regular Nintendo.
The best game
Is the arcade version of Teenage
Turtles in
Mutant Ninja
Time.
Turtles.
Well, I guess Turtles in Time. Yeah, the original.
Turtles in Time was the arcade version.
Yeah.
The original NES. It might have been Ninja Turtles arcade. There was a couple of them came out, but the one they have them busting through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, love that game.
And then like at some point you're on a beach.
Man,
you're starting a hallway and you're saving April.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Sorry if you don't know what that is. It's a deep cut. But yes. Okay, so that's a great number
Crazy
2.
that you didn't even have that on your
I'm
list.
surprised that because I know what your number 1 is. I'm surprised that number 2 that these didn't make it on you're not as big a fan of the show, but John Ralphio and Mona Lisa Saperstein.
They almost made the list.
Yeah.
They're on my honorable mentions because they're not like a key figure.
That's why
Money,
I love
please.
them. That's why I love them. And it's Money Please.
Yeah,
Thank
sorry.
you.
My bad.
John Ralphio is one of my favorite secondary characters of any show. Parks and Rec, you'll learn this. Parks and Rec is my favorite show of all time.
Yeah.
It is just flawless to me.
Very good.
It has its thing. Anyway. Yeah. So John Ralphio, amazing character. Love him in every single moment. And then when Mona Lisa comes in, their moments together are just always so
I would just argue that like Ben Schwartz in anything, which is the guy who plays John Ralphio.
Yeah, he's really funny.
He's hilarious.
He is a very good improviser.
He's a improviser. Very good at it. But yeah, they were on my honorable mentions and should have probably at least been number 5 on the list. I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay.
What was I thinking?
Now we're going to say our number 1 at the same time.
All right.
And if we get it right, we're going to have our brothers moment. Ready?
All right.
3.
Wait.
Okay, so we're going to say
you said
3.
on 3 and then you said
on 3.
3.
We're going to say 3, 2, 1, then we'll say it.
Well, that's not on 3 then, but all right.
All right.
We'll do that.
3, 2, 1.
Corey and Eric Matthews. Yeah.
Brothers.
Man.
Yeah, the best. Are uncontendable.
I would argue one of the best shows. One of the best shows there's ever been.
Yes, I thought, we watched it growing up, obviously.
Yeah.
Watched it on TGIF.
Oh. Could not wait for Fridays.
Loved it. And then as I got into my adulthood, I thought it's probably,
probably not that
probably not going to hold up.
Yeah.
Disney Plus comes around.
Yeah.
I have my subscription, and I recently watched back through. Now, I will say this. I didn't watch the early Boy Meets World.
Bro, you're missing out.
There's good stuff in there, but I only watched the last 4 seasons.
Ugh.
And they're still so good.
Yeah.
Definitely best TV dad there is.
The best TV dad. Alan Matthews. Yeah. Man. Just TV parents. They were just good. Yeah.
Solid
Alan
TV
and Amy,
parents.
they were good. But best mentor figure by far in that show, George Feeney.
Shout out to George Feeney.
Yeah. It's amazing.
What's his real name in
William Daniels.
William Daniels.
Yeah.
He is the president of the Screen Actors Guild. Fun fact for you.
He's amazing. But in that show specifically, so much wisdom. And I don't think shows teach like that anymore. No, they
had
don't.
Little nuggets in that show.
Every single episode, I learned something. Well, maybe not new, but
that show basically raised me.
Well,
Just
that's
kidding.
just
I
a
had great
disservice to
parents.
mom
I
and
had great
dad and
parents.
all the people that helped raise you.
That show didn't raise me. No, it was a good one. Man,
Yeah.
good times.
Do you have any more honorable mentions?
Oh yeah, the honorable mentions. I actually forgot to write down my honorable mentions.
I wrote
Or you
down.
talk through yours.
Yeah, so John Ralphio was on my honorable. John and Mona Lisa, and John. Nobody calls him just John. John Ralphio and Mona Lisa.
John.
And then Even Stevens. But one of the honorable mentions, the Lawrence brothers.
Yeah, from Brotherly Love.
Brotherly Love. The Lawrence brothers. I secretly wish to be hope we would be them, because we got when me and Colton were growing up, our oldest brother.
We'll have him on the show.
Yeah, one of these days. But when we were growing up, I secretly was like, man, I hope we become like the next Lawrence brothers. Turns out
We did.
no, hold on, no, no, we didn't. Turns out people don't just see three brothers and think these guys are gonna make it big. Because unless you're pursuing that, you're not gonna be the
Unless
next.
you're Lawrence Brothers or Hanson.
Yeah. Well, you could argue that neither of those were great examples for who you want to be when you grow up. Hanson's doing great. Hanson's doing great.
They actually live in our town. They live in Tulsa.
Yeah. Still making
I
music.
actually have a loose connection. Maybe we'll get them on the show one day.
Ooh, that'd be so fun. Sorry, I dissed you.
You were talking maybe more about the Lawrence Brothers.
I was talking more so about the Lawrence
Hanson?
brothers. Because I do a soft spot in my heart for Hanson. They recently put out a song that was pretty good. I'm surprised it didn't go
You
get
just
big.
keep insulting them. He says pretty good. Come on, it's great. We love you, Hanson.
Hey, shout out to Hanson. and I'm going to write a formal apology to you guys. And
Yeah, please do.
hope you come on the show one day.
My honorable mention included one of the Lawrence brothers. It was Sean and Jack Hunter.
Sean and Jack Hunter. That's
Same
good.
show as
Yeah.
they were in Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
I didn't put them on the list because he came in a little bit later in the show.
Yeah.
Their dynamic is good, but
It's just an interesting dynamic
Yeah.
of long lost brothers.
something that
What's that like?
we know a lot about.
No, we don't. We know
We
nothing
had
about
that gap of 10 years where
Did we?
moved away.
I moved away?
I explored the space.
We didn't have any of this.
No,
But,
that didn't happen.
yeah.
We've never moved away from each other.
We've lived in the same house our whole lives.
I'll be right down, Mom.
Mom, no crust.
Oh man, and
That's good stuff.
with that,
Yeah.
that is our first episode of Two Brothers, Five Things. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.